What's up, RollinwithCarlos family? What's up, Gator Nation? We continue to get more bad news. I have some breaking news on cornerback Deshaun Johnson. He is going to be going under the knife. It was reported earlier today by a friend of the channel and co-host of Gator Deeper Dive into Gator Nation, Cam Parker, Sports Illustrated Gator reporter Cam Parker, that junior Deshaun Johnson is one of three corners the Florida Gators view as a starter, but he got injured during the Miami game and will be going under the knife. Here's what he had to say during this article. The Florida Gators are expected to be without another major defensive contributor for a significant amount of time. Junior corner Deshaun Johnson, one of three corners the team views as a starter, will undergo knee surgery on Monday for what is believed to be a meniscus injury in his right knee, according to Swamp 24/7's Graham Hall. The injury is significant enough that Johnson, who left Saturday's loss in the second half, could miss the rest of the season. Johnson was injured while tackling Miami receiver Makai Toney on a 3rd and 4 play in which the Hurricanes failed to convert with 11:23 left in the third quarter. He later returned to the sideline in crutches. He finished Saturday's game with 4 tackles and a pass breakup. In Johnson's place, Florida will turn to Cormani McClain to take the bulk of the snaps alongside Devin Moore. McClain recorded a crucial interception, really dialed in on its showing. Should Johnson miss the rest of the season, he is eligible for a redshirt, thus saving a year of eligibility. Johnson was one of the 3 major contributors on defense who left Saturday's loss with injuries. Aaron Gates suffered a apparent shoulder injury before Johnson's knee injury, while defensive lineman Brendan Bett suffered an apparent lower body injury. The Gators also saw wide receiver J. Michael Sturdivant exit the game after taking a big hit. The training staff took his helmet from him, indicating he was in concussion protocol. Head coach Billy Napier did not have specific updates on the floor after the loss. We got a couple of guys banged up. We have more on the details of those injuries in the future, the severity of some of them, and I think we might come out of there okay, he said. Florida also is expected to be without edge rusher LJ McCray and defensive tackle Caleb Banks for the foreseeable future after the two each underwent foot surgery, and the Gators have been without defensive tackle Makai Burrow, who started in place of Banks for the first 2 games of the season. For the last 2 games, edge rusher Georgia Gumps did not play in Saturday's loss as well. Florida will not have an official injury report until Wednesday, October 1st, ahead of its home matchup against Texas. All right, there you guys have it. It seems like Deshaun Johnson will be missing the rest of the season. Seems like it was a meniscus injury, and he had to go under the knife. Also, guys, it's official. The SEC has officially announced the annual opponents for the entire SEC for football season for each team. I'll tell you each team's annual opponents for the next 4 years. Alabama will have to face Auburn, Tennessee, and Mississippi State. Arkansas will have to face Missouri, Texas, and LSU. Auburn will have to face Georgia, Alabama, and Vanderbilt. Our Florida Gators will have to face I knew this one wasn't going to go away. Plus, Gator Dave from Gators Breakdown said this. iTop Dave from High Top Sports said this. Dylan and I have said this on Swampcast. We figured the Florida games would be these three, and we hit them on the nail. Florida Gators will be facing our annual opponents for the SEC will be Georgia, South Carolina, and Kentucky. Georgia will be facing Auburn, Florida, South Carolina. Kentucky will be facing South Carolina, Tennessee, Florida. LSU will be facing Arkansas, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. Missouri will be facing going forward the three annual SEC opponents that stay permanent: Arkansas, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma. Oklahoma will be facing Texas, Ole Miss, and Missouri. Ole Miss will be facing Mississippi State, LSU, Oklahoma. South Carolina will be facing Georgia, Kentucky, and Florida. Tennessee will be facing Alabama, Vanderbilt, Kentucky. Texas will be facing Texas A&M, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. Vanderbilt will be facing Tennessee, Mississippi State, and Auburn. The priorities in creating the schedules were protecting traditional rivalries, competitive fairness, rational frequency, and ensuring home and away balance with a Power 4 non-conference opponent for the 2026 season. So those will be permanent for the next 4 seasons, guys. For example, Tennessee Athletic Director Danny White said Saturday that the Vols will be one of the teams to get 5 SEC home games in 2026. Tennessee plays a non-conference game on the road next year at Georgia Tech. The television show on Tuesday will provide matchups and sites for schools' SEC games over the next 4 years. The dates of the games for 2026 will be announced in December. The SEC announced in August that it would begin playing a 9-game league schedule starting in 2026 after playing 8 league games each year since 1972. Adding the 9th game and using the rotational model will allow for some matches that haven't been played with any regularity in the regular season. Among them, Alabama versus Georgia, Auburn versus Florida, Auburn versus Tennessee, LSU versus Tennessee, Tennessee and Georgia, Georgia versus Texas A&M. In fact, Georgia has yet to face Texas A&M in College Station since the Aggies joined the SEC in 2012. There you guys have it. You'll have your permanent plus rotational depending on the year. Leave me your thoughts down below. What you think of the SEC schedule, and what do you think of the John Johnson going under the knife and most likely being done for the entire season? As not trying to be negative, but the Gator season continues to crumble with injuries and with a 1-3 record and Billy Napier on the hot seat. Give me your thoughts down below, and like always, stay positive, stay on your grind, and go Gators.